me what you want, cause I ain't got time to play. Stay focused, boy, and get your head right, and maybe get this head right. Don't make me think twice, and maybe you can get it all night, yeah. Cause I've been gone for way too long, and you're the only one that seems to get me right. So what you waiting on, baby, don't slow up. Hold up, come on, baby, I need you closer. Yeah, baby. Your hands on my hips, I need you closer. Yeah, close enough to taste. Your lips on my lips, I need you closer. And you can get this good work, baby. Bring me up a little bit, you can get this sweet work, baby. I need you closer,
Is everyone's phone cut down?
It is cut down.
All right, I need everybody to get along. No, welcome to another episode of Hashtag I'm Just Saying. I am yours truly, Mimi Michelle, and this is my guest panel. This is going to be good today. We trying to save lives and entertain you at the same time. Now, let me just thank y'all for tuning in again. Y'all have really made me a star in these streets. I got recognized the other day, and I was like, oh, and I'm glad I was cute because of, yeah, keep tuning in. But don't forget to interact if you have questions, because today we're talking about health as well.
Yes.
So, and I have a panel of people here that can help you. So, I mean, we all have lost some LBs, some more than others. But they gonna help you. They helped me, so they can help you. So, interact with us.
Esther said hi.
Hey, Esther. Now, this is my guest panel today. We got Felicia Lee Snooki Saxton.
Did she say Snooki?
And she is my auntie, and this is her gym.
The pink room.
The Women's Health and Fitness Center. And we got a guy in here today. That's normally not what we do.
Okay, listen, let's do a disclaimer.
Okay.
Normally guys cannot come in, okay?
I'm
But
special.
today he's special.
Because he gonna help you. Okay, and then that's Kay. Okay, let me explain. That's Kay Johnson. But let me tell you, I put Kay Johnson in when I was doing the promo, but you know, these smartphones sometimes ain't really that smart, and they called her Jay. So I apologize. This is Kay, and baby, let me tell you, that body is the bomb.
Just did her first show? Yeah.
And that is Billy Mayfield, baby. Let me tell you about Billy, honey. I met Billy back in
About 20 years ago.
1990 something, and you know, he was cute, but now he is, man, hold up. I might take him to the movies or something. Hey, shit, I don't know. It is a movie hour. We'll talk about that later.
Oh, that's a
But
good movie too.
let me explain. It's a drink of the day. Now, normally, you know, I have an alcoholic beverage, but since we're talking about health and fitness and health as well,
That's right.
I have something that's going to say, what? Somebody said something. What they say, Tina?
What they say?
What they say, Tina? Ooh-wee, Billy. This is apple ginger lemon. And lemon is good for you after your workout. Ginger, it helps with inflammation. And they say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. I stopped at my local H-E-B. And if you have a juicer, you can make it yourself and it tastes all the same. Yes, it happens every week. But so, Snooki, tell us about the Women's Health and Fitness Center.
As I drink my divine drink. So let me tell you about the Women's Health and Fitness Center. We are an amazing group of women. We take care of each other. You know, it's not that we don't enjoy our significant others or our husbands or whatever, but we need our own space. So the Women's Health and Fitness Center, aka the Pink Room, is for women, by women, to women, whatever. We have our own resident therapist, Nettie Jones. Hey, Nettie. We do Zumba. We have Bible study. Kay is over our monthly Bible study. And so what we do here is take care of mind, body, and spirit. A lot of people think that weight and issues like that is an outside issue, but that's an inside job.
Yeah.
So if you take care of the inside, the outside
Will
will
follow. Amen.
And so we are Pink Room warriors here. And so that is what the Pink Room is.
Amen. Because the Pink Room, I'm a warrior.
all that.
I do, you know, work out someplace else, but I'm an honorary warrior.
Yeah, she does have an honorary shirt.
I got before and after. And
On the wall. She made the wall.
But let me tell you something. It used to look like I blew in my thumb. I'm working it out now. I'm working it out. Now, tell the people how old you are.
I am 56. I turned 56 in February.
Won't he do it?
So we say that to say get up where you are, do a couple of jumping jacks, run around your room.
go.
It doesn't matter. Age is just a number. It's all up in here.
Yes.
I'm still 22.
Come on now.
Carmen Allen says, I'm a warrior too.
Come on, Carmen. Ain't Carmen, she is definitely
Rochester.
a warrior. And ain't Carmen, tell people how old you are. Type it in real quick.
Is she 60 yet?
Yeah.
Ooh, we get good. Kay, how
Y'all do have
Wait,
some good genes.
whoa, 50.
Yeah.
I'm 50.
And, okay, Kay, tell them your journey.
Well, my journey started when I found out I had cancer. And so when I had cancer, I promised God that when I got healed that I would take care of my body.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't doing my part of the bargain. So I saw Fee, I forgot where I saw her, but I saw her a couple of years later and I saw her at a show. I'm like, what? So I started, long story short, I started coming to the pink room and she kept saying, you going to the stage, you going to the stage. I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. And I kept working out, but I had another little issue last summer. So I had to have surgery and that put me back. So I was finally able to really start training in December. And I did my first show in March and we had a ball. Looking forward to going back. We had a good time.
Yes,
So Carmen Allen says she's 61, soulful and sexy.
Come on now, soul.
Cheers to the soul and
And
sexy.
then Greg Hoopy Jones said he is a warrior as well.
All right, Hoopy. And
The
let me
only
tell you.
male warrior.
That's
Only-
family. That's family.
Click them hearts, them likes, because let me tell you something about
And
Gregory.
he said, I'm a
Jones.
sexy new grandpa,
Yes. They
working
had a
out
grandbaby.
5 days a week.
Yeah, he's been doing it. Now, Bill,
That's right.
I want you to tell the people because, see, I've known you since 19 and something.
Yeah.
Tell me about your journey and what the doctor told you, what God told you.
Well, I would always go through this phase where I would lose weight. And then I take it off, then I gain it back, get heavier, lose weight. Do the same thing, go through the same cycle over and over again. Then, there was one year I had a physical, and I only gained 5 pounds from the last physical. But I was like pre-diabetic, pre-hypertension, all that stuff. And he was like, Billy, you too tall, man, and to be this big. And he's like, you won't live to see 50. So right then and there, I was like, okay, I'm done. I kept like doing it. I started little, and I just kept on building until I got to where I am right now.
And
And let me tell you, okay, we
when
gonna
that man came,
we gonna say cheers to that.
yes, come on, yeah, clank, clank, clank for Bill.
Clank for Bill, because
He fine.
Won't he do it?
You single, Bill? I'm help you out.
I'm not single.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cheers to
single.
Bill's girlfriend, wife, or whoever.
Because Bill is the bomb.
Bill,
Can't take him to the movies now. Okay, so me and my sister, we used to always talk about this thing called the Monday diet. It's something that I'm finna tell you about it. The Monday diet is what most people do who are either because overweight is 10 pounds, whatever. If it's 10 pounds or 100 pounds, what's heavy to you is heavy to you. So you don't have to be
Habitual
morbidly
dieters.
obese. You just an habitual dieter. And the Monday diet is the lie. You tell yourself every Monday, you binge on the weekends, you eat everything you want on the weekend, and you say, on Monday, I'm going to start over. Then Monday turns to Friday and another weekend of kicking it with your friends, and then you on the Monday diet again. It's like a vicious cycle. It's like the hamster wheel, and it can really screw with you mentally.
Well, let me tell you something. This Monday diet is crazy because people, what they do is they go hard Monday through Thursday, then they go hang out with their girlfriends and their friends on the weekend, and some people cannot
Get
stop.
off.
Yeah.
Can't get off the hamster wheel.
I know you've been there.
Yeah.
You can't stop. And so what happens is it's okay to enjoy yourself. First of all, I tell people, if you have a goal in mind, let's meet the goal first. Don't be fooling yourself if you like me, an addict in all ways. Once you pick it up and put it in your mouth, it's 3 days later and you still eating.
Because that was my next question. What advice would you give? Because it's somebody out there that's crying, that's depressed, that's tired, and don't know where to start.
Right.
First of all, you need some prayer. You need to get one-on-one with yourself. Okay, Lord, but what advice I'm going to ask each one of y'all.
Right.
What advice would you give somebody that wants to start over or that wants a fresh start and wants to get off the hamster wheel and get off the Monday diet?
Let me say this. The first thing I tell people is get off of Facebook and Instagram. Stop comparing yourself to everybody
To the
that you
liars.
see. These people that's not real. You know, real life is not eating asparagus and chicken like we do going to the stage. That's not real life. And
That's
so
right.
you need to get with God first.
Yep.
You need to get a relationship with God and figure out what's really going on. Because we just talked about, and Kay I was just saying, it's the inside out.
Yeah.
You got some stuff going on up in here that's blocking you from doing the next thing. And the second thing is 1 minute at a time.
Yeah,
1
that's good.
second at a time. If you get up and walk to your mailbox and walk back, I'm happy.
Okay.
Right? Just start somewhere.
Somewhere.
But block everything and all the myths out and watching all the skinny girls on Facebook and, you know, although I'm cute, but saying, oh, Miss Fee this. Baby, Miss Fee did that going to the stage. That's not living every day.
Right.
Right? So 1 minute at a time and find a God in your understanding and work it out with Him.
What would your advice be?
Mine would find a resolve. What's your why? Why
good,
do
Kay.
you want to lose weight? And it can't be something simple like I want to go wear this dress to the party because that's going to go away.
Yep.
So my why was I want to be healthy and I want to keep my promise to God because what He did for me was in short a miracle.
Come on.
I wanted to keep my promise to God, and then I also wanted to be an example for my grandkids. So I had to find a strong,
She said
strong why.
Grandkids wanted
Bill, what's your advice?
Grandkids, yeah.
My advice would be just learn from your mistakes because you know they both said things I was going to say before, but you know you got to learn from your mistakes. You got to understand what your weaknesses are.
Yeah.
You know, if you know, like me, I know I can take out a buffet. so like
You
so
and me both?
yeah. So if you know. I'm not gonna go to a buffet when I'm trying to get to a certain size. You know that's just totally out. I'm just gonna go
Wait, say
somewhere
that
else.
again. Say it one
I'm
more
not
time.
gonna go.
Don't tell
Okay.
me.
Yeah,
So
at
someone-
all. You know, I'm not even gonna look at it. I see some kind of Chinese or something. I'm gonna look the other way.
That's
I'm
right.
not gonna
That's
go.
good.
That's
Look
it.
the other
That's
way.
good.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, they said they not seeing because
The connection is bad.
they good.
Okay.
Yep,
Here
good.
it says thoughts on apple cider vinegar. What's your thoughts?
You know, again, there's a lot of myths. I can only speak for me, but I still do apple cider vinegar in the morning time. It helps my stomach, and as a 56-year-old, I need all the help I can get. But it helps me digest my food better. Some people say it takes away cravings. You know, maybe you can speak on that. Some people say it cuts their appetite, but it really helps me with my digestive system.
Okay. Amen.
I didn't do apple cider vinegar. It was just way too much for me.
See?
So I just couldn't do it. But I don't think people should solely rely on that.
Absolutely.
You need to start
right.
eating the right food.
That's right. It's the
That's
food.
the bottom line. It's that she had to drill that in me.
Yep.
Did I have to do
I was
this?
hard.
Someone said, is it important to count your macros?
You want to take that one?
Well, you know,
First of all, hit me out. What is that?
Macros?
macros is like you know, like how many carbs you eat a day,
Right,
how
right.
much fat,
How much protein,
protein.
yeah.
I wouldn't. If you're new to it, I wouldn't try to do it
Okay.
because you need to learn discipline on eating like chicken breast and
Right.
Yeah.
broccoli
Simple.
and right. Yeah, you gotta keep it simple first.
You know what? My mom used to eat out of a saucer.
Yeah.
Right? So that means you're eating out of a saucer for each meal. And if you go back for seconds, then you've had a whole helping. But what we don't need to do is just overeating.
Yeah.
It's just step back.
Yeah.
McDonald's and all these places people go to, everything's
Super
super
size.
size.
Yeah. It's death.
Upgrade.
I'm gonna skip around. You know, I had a list of things,
Sorry,
but
Billy's really popular here. And someone says, yeah, how do you count them? And then, I know who it is, but I'm not going to shout out. And then she said, thanks, Billy.
Billy, you know, don't steal our shine.
now look, I was gonna go to talk about the myths, but we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Because with that question, I say let's talk about a healthy diet and exercise. The key for me was balance.
Okay.
You know, balance for me, like I know the things that I can't eat, I can't go back to,
Right,
like
right.
chocolate chip cookies, cupcakes,
Skinny pop
pastries.
popcorn.
someone said, if I'm 45 and overweight, can my body bounce back?
Absolutely.
Hello, I didn't start really bodybuilding and doing my deal till I was mid 40. I mean, I was working out, but I didn't really get serious until 42, 43.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But let me go off of what Mimi was saying. There are no two people alike.
Right.
There are no two bodies alike. So everybody can't do, what everybody is doing.
That's true.
You have to find what works
Works
for
for
you.
you.
Case in point for me right now, God blessed us with the gym. He's blessed me with, a numerous amount of people that I take care of. So I can't work out as hard as I used to.
Right.
But as long as I control my food,
Yeah.
my intake, and I get in, I'm used to working out 2 or 3 times a day. Now I'm down to maybe once a day, right? So I have to control my food, and it's not so bad.
Yep.
But you have to find out what works for you.
You got the
Greg
question?
said, how much cardio should I do per week? So should that be cardio for weight loss or,
You need to get with somebody because we can't just tell you that because we don't know your whole
what works for
circumstance.
me,
That's
real
right.
talk, if I'm in the gym, 30 minutes on the treadmill, and that's all I need. And
That's
I'm going
right.
to tell you why. I do 30 minutes on the treadmill, then I do my weights. Guess what? Weights is cardio. When you lifting weights and you sweating and you building up your heart rate, that's cardio. And if you want to add a little bit more cardio into it, you're going to do 2 machines, then get on the treadmill or the elliptical for a minute or 2 minutes, get off, do 2 more machines or do
No,
whatever.
we got one better for you.
Come on.
I
Because
got
what
one
works
better
for
for
you
you.
works for you. You have to find what works for
I
you.
rarely do cardio.
See, and I
See?
know another gentleman I was going to say,
Yeah,
John
I know.
Mitchell,
I
shout
know
out
some
John, never does cardio. I mean,
It's
never.
rare. I do it sometimes.
Because most men get it through their weights.
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
because
your
weights is
reps-
cardio.
But you have, let me say this for all you people that, oh Lord, we're going to go there.
well, see, Greg said, so y'all don't know me now?
Oh yeah, we know you. Hey nephew, I just gave
Hey,
him a
boo-boo.
workout the other day. So let's go here. You people that's out there going to the gym, doing 2 and 3 sets of 8.
That ain't going to do it.
Your heart saying, you got something else for me?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm used to doing 5 and 6 sets of 15 to 20 reps. Because I can get my cardio, like she said, through my weights. My
I do 4
heart
sets of
rate.
25.
But you can't stop in between each one and go talk to your girlfriend and come back.
Oh, Lord. Let's
Right.
talk about that earth sidewalk.
Someone
Okay.
said, what about the keto diet?
Again, what
Works
works
for
for
you.
you? The keto diet ain't nothing but Atkins.
That's it.
That's all. It's just an Atkins diet.
Here it
That's
is.
low, high protein, low.
Low
They
carb.
got, you know why losing weight is big business? Because it's a lot of unhealthy, low self-esteem, people who struggle with weight, people who skinny, who think they fat, looking for an easy way out.
Yeah.
There is no
Oh.
easy way out.
That's right.
You have
Hard work.
to do the work.
Hard
You
work.
have to have discipline. You have to have
That's
prayer.
right. Yeah.
You have to have a buddy. If you're not disciplined enough
That's
to
right.
do it by yourself, Tina, I can get up
Yeah, that's
and
right.
go work out by myself, can't I? A
Yes,
lot
you
of
can.
people can't do that.
Right.
You have to have some accountability partner. Hey
Yeah,
man, did you get up this
accountability partners
morning? Let's pray about it and hit it. Because
But everybody is not that fortunate
That's
to
right.
have a partner.
yeah, so
It's-
find you one.
But listen to this. What you need to know, Kay hit it. What's your purpose?
Yeah.
See, if you don't roll up in my gym after you went to the doctor and you on one leg and your eye falling out, and then you roll in here on one side, and then you want me to Clay-Doh you back together.
Clay-Doh.
Well, you should have been trying to do something before now. Why do we wait till the last minute to get healthy?
I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Everybody's not there.
No, they're not.
And sometimes food is comfort.
Yeah, it is.
And when you're dealing with life, just like you've been in recovery 24 years. Now, let me tell you something. I watched her go from being an addict, look at her, to we're going to hit your story. I'm telling you. To now, she is the specimen of health.
Yeah.
You got to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Let me tell you what. My daddy died of cancer. My mom had cancer twice. I had 2 friends die of a stroke last year. I had a girlfriend that had a stroke and she's in rehab. I had a homeboy have a stroke like maybe 15 years ago and he's in a nursing home. I had another homeboy have a stroke last year and he's paralyzed on one side. And they're all in their 40s.
That's crazy.
I like
I'm
that.
46.
So then there's a lot of people saying,
Yeah.
It is
Get
what's
your
the
questions.
best tasting healthy food it's a mental thing.
Okay.
But then the question is I've heard all of you say, nobody said why you eat. No, nobody spoke on. So do you think you need to get to the why you're doing what you're doing so that you can get past that and find your way?
I think, and
to
you
get
might be
healthy?
speaking on it from a man's point of view. The why is you have to find the why.
Mm-hmm.
The why is for you to figure that out. I wish when everybody walked in my door, I have a solution for each and every individual. But each person has a different why. But it is a mental thing, and we're not eating for taste when we start. I need to just, come on, boo, let me just get it right. Am I right?
Yeah.
Tell them, we're not, the problem is we want it easy and soft.
Right.
We want it to taste
Drive
good.
through.
We want a drive-through diet. Thank you.
man.
But we can't do that when I know that at 56, if I don't keep my heart strong, or this man right here is looking good, but he want to be there for his family later.
Yeah.
So the why is your why. What's your why? That's what we need to be asking them.
Right. So that's the question. Like, what's your why? Like, once you get to the reason why is because XYZ happened. So
But that's-
once you
oh,
can
that's your
formulate,
why.
That's what I-
what is your
What's your
why?
why?
Well,
What is
the
your
thing
why?
is, the why has changed. Like when I first started, it was because I really wanted to get into health. Now it's more because I like to challenge myself. So it's like every few years, I reinvent my whys. Like I might want to be in a show. I might want to do a powerlifting competition in a couple of
But
years.
why
So-
were you overeating? Is the question.
Oh, I mean, overeating, that was just more of a thing of comfort.
It tastes good.
Yeah, it tastes good.
Let me
yeah.
tell you
But
something.
we were raised eating like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
you
Okay.
here's the thing.
That's Black
Rice and
Tony's,
gravy.
though.
Right.
Huh? What you? Let me tell you. What you say?
Someone said, let Black Tony's go.
What's Black
What's
Tony?
Black
I don't know.
All right, whoever Black Tony's is, tell
Let
us
us know
about
what Black Tony's is. No,
Yeah.
but here's the truth. Just because we getting healthy don't mean we don't like to eat.
Oh, I eat.
So we
get
we
it in.
can eat.
But you gotta find
This-
balance,
yeah.
and you gotta know when to say no.
Yes.
You gotta be like,
That's it
okay,
right there.
you can't.
This
Oh,
is
right.
too much of everything is bad. You gotta know
Read my book.
balance.
Read the book.
You gotta
Read
know
your everything.
balance. Too much of any. You can have too much asparagus and still gain weight. Shit, a calorie is a
Yeah,
calorie.
calorie is a calorie.
A calorie is a calorie.
But we're addicted. We have such addictive personality.
And like when we were growing up, let's just say this. We sat down at the table every night. Your grandma cooked,
Rice.
we had everything. We had pork chop, we had candy
Yeah,
yams.
yeah.
But our bodies weren't like they were. But now, like you said, everybody wants it instantaneously.
Don't nobody want to work.
You
The
got
food is different too. So the
Yes.
nutrients and the
Yeah.
soil,
Yeah,
there's more
absolutely.
processed
Absolutely.
food.
And we're getting older.
Right.
You can't get rid of 2,000 calories like you used
You
to
sure
when you was 21.
Yeah.
Y'all, you was running the
Hey,
street.
I couldn't get rid of the calories when I was 21. I've been thinking in a Snicker my whole life. I was a size
Yeah.
9 at 17 and it lasted 9 minutes.
And
But I was
also,
proud to be in it.
people's lifestyles are so different now. And I think I'm glad you said about your why, because our whys do change. When I first started working out, it's because I started menopause at 38. And so I started working out and eating differently because as a recovering person, I couldn't take all those drugs. First of all, I'm always afraid to take anything other than aspirin, and I don't take that.
Yeah.
So that was my first why. Then I said, oh, I'm kind of fine. Oh, yeah. And then all of a sudden, when they mentioned powerlifting and bodybuilding, which I've done all those things, he mentioned it. You challenge yourself at every stage. People always say, do you ever, there's a sword that never ever go away. No, because I take my body to another level every time I retire.
Every time.
And I want to.
So
Question?
how do you kick an addiction to sugar?
It's called 12 steps.
Come on,
No, I'm not being, I'm serious.
I know.
I'm a recovering addict. I worked the 12 steps of Narcotics Anonymous, and I could 12 step myself off of man. I could 12 step myself off of anything. First step says that I'm powerless. The first step says that you are powerless, and my life is unmanageable. Listen to this. I am powerless over food, and my life is unmanageable. Write it on your mirror right now. Seriously, because when you look at that, when you look at that on a regular basis, I am powerless over food. If I can't even get home from stopping in the drive-thru, that's a problem. My life is unmanageable. If I can't get home and just have one, my life is unmanageable. If I can't go to work in the morning without stopping and getting some donuts and then get to work and eat again, my life is unmanageable.
Someone said, are there any good fast food choices when you live on the go?
Okay, here's my thing.
That's not an excuse.
Last year, I went from, and I don't play the numbers game. Let me just say that because the scale would drive me crazy. It's about how my clothes fit. And we have a girls trip. We take a girls trip every year. Am I right? And last year was the first year that I was in a bathing suit, and I was proud. I wore a 2-piece every day. Tina said, "Bingo, you ain't gonna wear a 1-piece none." Absolutely, because I worked hard. But guess what? Because I don't cook, because I work a lot of hours, there's a place here called Salada. I ate Salada every single day. And it was about, for me, it was about the nourishment. It wasn't about, was it good? And I never gave up alcohol, let me say that. Because I'm going to have my cocktail, but I didn't do it every day anymore.
Right.
I had it once a week with my friends.
But from a male point of view, what do you do? Because most women are preppers. We prep our food. How does that work for you?
Well, you know, I prep my food too.
I juice a
But
lot of
the
vegetables
thing,
too.
like I do like intermittent fasting, so I don't.
Yeah,
I only
I love
eat.
that too.
I only eat like maybe 8 hours out the day, from like
Right.
2 to like 9 or something.
Okay.
Like that. So,
Okay.
So someone said, what is intermittent fasting? Let's break
Go
that
ahead, tell
down.
them about it.
It's just, I mean, it's just pretty much where you just you get all your calories in between like a certain hours. You know, some people fast 24 hours. Some people, like me, I do 16/8, which means I fast 16 hours and I eat 8 hours.
So when do you start to eat?
Like around 2.
Okay,
Like
so
around
You
around
don't
2.
do morning.
No.
So from
But
2
like,
to 10, you eat.
yeah, for the most part. Because like for me, in the morning, if I eat, I get real sleepy.
Yeah.
And I don't eat breakfast, so you know that's another myth. You know, everybody, breakfast is the most important
Yeah, dude.
meal of the day.
Yeah.
For
Does that
me,
affect your? How does that affect your workout?
oh,
if any?
if I don't, if I eat breakfast before I work out, I'm sluggish. I don't get
Yeah,
it
I
in.
can't work out.
Yeah, but like if I'm like a little bit hungry, I go in there and kill it because it's kind of like it's like a primal thing that goes on. It's like I got to go work for my meal, and I go in there and I
Right,
kill
right.
it, and
Your
I'm
body,
ready to eat.
Your
Yeah.
body starts
And so what
working
he's
for
saying
the
is, thank you for sharing
Yeah.
that, because everybody's different. I
Yeah.
can't eat in the morning before I work out. I'm no good. I'm you know, and I get sleepy after a workout, which is really crazy. I mean, I'm just out. So everybody, when it comes to food, I wish we would all prep our food. I think drive-through and fast food, she did what she had to do and she made a very healthy choice. But I'm telling you, we use that as an excuse. We use that, I don't have time to prep. But I bet if somebody told you, let's go to the mall, you'd be there.
Someone said, what about protein shakes? What are the best brands?
Okay. I did,
I ain't crazy about it.
here's the thing what I did.
Medical milkshake.
First, I did a juice cleanse. Well, the juice cleanse does not work for me because my body begins to cramp up, and it doesn't work well with me. The weight will come off fast, but then it comes right back on. So what I did was I would take, like, I would go to HEB and I would buy juice, and I would get protein. I'll inbox everybody what the name of the protein was, and I would get at HEB that had this stuff called blendables. And I would put spinach in there, fresh spinach, the blendables, fresh ginger, blend that up, and I would have that in the morning and at noon time. Smoothies work. It'll make you feel full and it'll stop you from overeating. But it works for some and it don't work for others. That just worked for me.
My question about protein,
Go,
what
Kay.
did you take?
I didn't do any protein.
Okay.
I just did the chicken because remember I was dealing with fibroids and I could not do protein.
Okay.
Period.
I mean, that's what I was
So I couldn't do any protein, and so I still don't. I just do the chicken.
Yeah. So go see your
Yeah.
doctor.
Someone said, how many meals should you eat, or how many meals do you eat daily?
I do 6 small meals a day.
So, but in
Not even
competition,
without
either or, it's the same.
For me,
For me, there you go.
because my brain is fixed on that. I do these small meals throughout the day, and there are some days that I don't eat after 6, and I don't eat till noon the next day, the same way the gentleman's doing. But as a whole, I do small. I'm eating all day long because that works for my body, and that
Right.
keeps me where I need to be.
What about you,
And,
Kay?
I do the same thing, but since we just coming from the stage, I'm still kind of eating That's 6 meals a day.
She can't stop.
But I'm going to get back to where I was eating between 12 and 6, the intermittent fasting. It's something about when your body is in a fasting state, you're allowing your organs to rest.
heal.
You're allowing your body to rest, and then when it gets ready to start working again, it's burning that fat. It's not burning on sugar, it's burning the actual fat. And then I wanted to, somebody asked, how do you break the sugar addiction? Because I had to do that. You should go on a fast. The Bible tells us to fast. Jesus said you ought to always fast and pray. So you got to look at it. If he's telling you to do that, it's something about that. When I went on a fast, it broke that sugar addiction
indeed.
right away.
Yes, indeed.
I wasn't craving sugar. It took that sugar crave away. So I would encourage everybody to look up what kind of fast that you should do.
Because I just got off a fast yesterday.
Yeah.
Our church, we fast for Lent.
Yeah.
And Snooki will tell you, I had lost a lot of weight, but I started to pick it back up. And I just said, please, God, I worked really, really hard. I worked really, really hard to give it all back. I gave it all back. I said, I just need you to take this sugar craving away. So what I did was I gave up sugar, like processed sugar, and I gave up Starbucks. Because I'm going to tell you something. I love Starbucks. I love a Frappuccino. But if you, and I had a venti every day.
Yeah.
That's
I started going
$6.
every day too.
I
think they put some in the
And I'm going to tell you, that's almost 1,000 calories in a cup.
Yep.
Of course.
So then someone says, I just brought ice cream yesterday.
Wendy?
I don't want to throw it away. So here
Take it to the neighbor.
So hold on. What is a good substitute for?
Come on, Bill, because I seen your page.
Yes. What is a good substitute for ice cream? What is something you would say once a
Well-
week that you can have as a treat?
You know, I do Halo Creamery. It's a substitute, but it ain't as good as ice cream, but it's a substitute. And
And the Halo is only 200
I've
calories
never
for
heard
the
of it.
whole pint.
What is Halo? I've never heard
yeah,
of it.
it's mostly protein, a little bit of sugar. I think even the one with the most calories has 360
Oh, that's not
calories.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the whole
In the
pint.
frozen
for the
section.
whole pint.
Yeah.
Just like ice cream.
Mhm.
Because I'm going to tell you something. You know, I ain't seen Bill in years, but he had put in this post. He was going to buy his Halo. He took a picture of it. He said, the devil. Because it had Ben and Jerry's on top of the Halo. He trying to live on the straight and narrow, and they got the Ben and Jerry's.
So
Ben and Jerry
someone
bites.
said, what are some good fruits to eat? Because a lot of fruits
I love
have a lot of
fruits.
sugar.
Here's the thing.
And it's fat-free yogurt, okay?
When you have your fruit, have you some nuts to go with your fruit.
Yeah.
Because you need
Protein
protein
with that
to burn the fat. I know I'm the biggest one out of everybody here, but I'm going to tell you something. I grew up in A-Leaf, and they taught us health and fitness, and I can really teach you about nutrition. Just like if you're working out, you go eat after, you have a 45-minute window where your body is still burning, and it'll burn the calories that you eat, that you consume after you work out.
And I understand that, but you see, the problem is you have to eliminate a lot of I gotta have,
Yeah.
right?
But
so
just
the
eat
sugar,
what-
right?
eat
See,
what you
that,
need.
that fruit is okay. But that fruit has so much sugar that what we're trying to say is that we have to retrain ourselves because you don't have to have it.
Well, berries, and strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, all of those fruits are really low in sugar.
But
Even
don't
when you
eat the whole bucket.
Yeah, they're really low
But that's where
in sugar.
prepping comes in.
That is.
Cut it up,
That
put
is.
it in a little jar. You have to know serving and consumption.
And you have to know you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like-
You have to know
Yeah.
you.
So what's an example of a good, some of you don't eat breakfast. So what's an example of a good breakfast, a lunch? What would be your typical day? What would your typical day look like?
But I think it's
Sweet potato, eggs,
everybody's
and spinach.
different.
They are. They really are.
What works for her is not.
But what is a
Oh,
typical day?
okay.
What does
But
that look
that
like?
depends on what type of lifestyle you
Yeah.
have, what you do.
But
on
they're
your
asking
job.
you, what is
Me?
what
Sweet
you guys?
potato.
What
Okay,
is
I'll
your
take mine and
typical
everybody
day?
can
Yeah,
right
go
now.
around.
I do sweet potatoes, egg whites, and spinach.
All day long.
That's my breakfast, and then I might have fish, spinach, and sweet potato for breakfast. See, it doesn't matter what time of day it is. So I can take that right there and eat that all day
So
long.
so long as it's nutritionally sound,
Yes.
There you go.
you'll eat it.
Right.
Okay. What about
Yeah.
you?
I eat 2 times a day. So like for me, like my first meal might be maybe like 6 egg whites with like 2 regular eggs. I might eat like some turkey bacon. Because like for me, I'm trying to get in 125 grams of protein. That's a lot of protein to get in. You know, I'm trying to get 250 grams of protein every day, and so I might have some like something like some low fat milk. And see, but the thing is, what I would tell everybody is like you have to start with the fundamentals first. I can do this because I know my body. I know what my body can do. I know how I exercise. I know how many calories. I know everything. Like, I know everything my body does. Like, I can tell you. I can look at a plate and tell you, oh, that's about so and so many calories, that many macros, and this and that. You know, I would advise everybody to get there first before they start trying to make these little, like trying to find these little things to do and all this stuff. You just got to start with the fundamentals.
Right. Yeah.
You know, chicken breast, turkey.
Yeah.
Egg whites,
Yes.
the boring
Because
stuff.
my body don't process meat really well.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't eat a lot of it. I
Right.
love bacon.
Yeah.
Right.
I love smoked sausage. But I don't digest like everybody else.
So someone said, what do you think about grapefruit juice / apple cider vinegar raw honey cleanse? So they're
Those are all
asking
fads.
about a
They're just
cleanse.
fads.
And then, why that much protein? What is an average
Look at
person
it.
supposed to have as far as protein?
Well, it's like we've been saying.
She's
It
an
depends.
athlete.
Yeah, it depends on what I do powerlifting.
Yeah, exactly.
So I need that protein because
Well, he'll faint.
yeah. I'm tearing my muscles down because I'm in there lifting like thousands of pounds, like with everything added, over 1,000 pounds.
In a day,
Yeah,
especially the workout.
yeah, and so my body breaks down, and so I need that to kind of build back up. But if you're doing something small,
You need to train.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was about to say, this is just way too much. I mean, people try to do too much. Get one simple thing to do, because if you're trying to find out about macros, how
Yeah.
much protein,
Confusing.
it's too much, and you overload, and you just say, oh, forget it, I'm just going to McDonald's. You give up. So you need to start with something really, really simple, and that's what I loved about Felicia. She gave us a really simple diet. When I went to the store, I went to one section. I had to just pick up maybe 3 items and head out the door. It wasn't a lot of stuff. I didn't go get nuts. I didn't go get fruit. I didn't go get all of that. I got a simple diet, and it's only for a little while. You're not doing
Because
this the rest of your
here's the
life.
thing.
That's
What
it.
works for me, I found what worked for me. I found what made the weight come off
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
And when I'm talking fast, before Lent started, and I ate. What works for me won't work for her.
Right.
What works for her don't work for him. You gotta find your niche. You have to find what works for
Yes.
you, and then you have to be disciplined
Consistent.
enough to do it. Because if
That's
you
it
don't
right
get up
there.
and move, the weight not gonna move. If you don't get up and put the work in, the weight not gonna do it. You can lose weight without working out. Let me be clear. If you eat a really strict diet, but you're gonna be soft, you're not gonna be strong. I just want to be healthy. I don't want a 6-pack. I just want a healthy body, healthy mind, body, and spirit. I don't want to die from cancer because the stuff they put in the food now, it's killing us. I'm 46. My friend died. He was 46 years old. You hear me? I look at the benediction differently now. When my pastor goes from the sunrise to sunset, he didn't get to see the sunrise because he was going through drive-thrus and he was an athlete. He had a body that. This show is dedicated to everybody, all my fallen soldiers who died from health
Food.
situations.
From
You can heal your body with what you put in it. When it's your time, it's your time.
let food be thy medicine.
But exactly, they'll tell you. I had gotten to the point where my legs and ankles had started swelling up, and I couldn't put shoes on. But guess what? Ginger changed that. I don't have that issue anymore, and it's ugly, but it changed that. Ginger changed that.
Someone said, what is the importance of water, and should I eat red meat?
again, that goes back to your own body.
Water is important.
Of course, the water.
Your body is
yes.
made up of water. I know when I
Gotta
do my
drink water.
show, I always have a drink of the day. I have a drink, but if you ask anybody, I drink water
You have to have
all
water.
day.
You have to drink water.
I drink water from the
a
time I
cleanser.
wake up. And here's the trick to water. Let that be the first thing you put in your mouth, and your body will crave it. If you drink orange juice, see, all this stuff they tell us, that's a breakfast food, that's stuff to make money. Pancakes, I can have pancakes at night. That's not necessarily a breakfast food. It's just something that they tell you, oh, pancakes, bacon, and eggs, that's breakfast. That's a scheme to make money. I can have a salad for breakfast and I'm just fine.
Same as she said.
Yeah,
But
it
I-
just depends on what you want.
And I don't eat till 12 o'clock. And I'll go work out in the morning. I don't have anything. And then at 12 o'clock, I have a salad. You just have to feed your body healthy things. So if you have to work.
So I think for the people for that person who is lost and they don't know how to start,
Yeah.
because we're looking at a panel of people who have taken the journey, who are successful at it, and for those people who are just trying to figure out,
They need breakfast.
they need help, how to get started.
Okay, if
you could say start with A,
Oatmeal.
B, and C. No, like the steps. So
No, that's what I was finna say.
Well, first of all, and she's right. There are people that are watching us saying, "Well, what and I can hear people saying, "Well, they all healthy. What can they? What do I do?" The first thing is go to the doctor and get a checkup.
Mhm.
That's
I
the
agree.
very
I
first
agree.
thing you need to do is go to the doctor. We are not medical doctors.
That's right.
Go to the doctor and get a physical. Get your BMI. He can tell you all these medical things that may or may not be wrong. The second thing, from a person that's in fitness, even though we are saying that we don't necessarily eat breakfast, I believe that you need a balanced meal,
There you go.
right? And again, because we have found things that do and don't work for us, you as the person on the couch that needs to start somewhere, I need you to have 3 balanced meals.
Yeah.
That's where you start.
At least 3.
Now,
At
later
least 3.
on, when you get to another level, things will change. But your water, your daily vitamins, multivitamins, don't worry about all that other stuff that we may or may not take. But take your daily vitamins, drink you 64 ounces of water a day, right? Jump in and let me know if I'm missing something.
Well, you good. You good.
Start off.
Eat 3 balanced meals, and if you're going to have fruit, make it low in sugar. Do not overdo it, and stay away from the salty foods, right? Things like that. And last but not least, join somebody's YMCA, somebody's something that you could be around other people. Because when we try to do this by ourselves, we fall short because I'm my worst enemy.
Right.
I'm going to convince me that I'm going to stay on the couch today.
Okay, this is what I wanted to ask the little gurus. For people who do not go to the gym, what advice can you tell them some things they can do at home?
Very, very simple. If you can get up and walk around your house, if you can walk around your yard, up and down your street, that is all you need to do. Is walk till you can't walk anymore. And then after you get enough strength and courage to do something else, then you can go and get you some 5-pound weights. And listen, no offense to the brothers and the sisters locked up, but them guys doing push-ups all day long every day. They come out looking like, whoa.
Because a push-up and a sit-up will change
So
the game.
calisthenics, you're saying if you can't afford a gym membership,
Walk.
then
And
walk,
And
push
if-
up, sit up.
If you can't do a
Simple
push-up
thing.
Simple.
on the
Yeah.
floor, you can do it on the wall. It's the
Listen,
same effect.
everybody has the internet and YouTube. You can put in a simple workout. Right? Am I right? Start from scratch. We're not saying you have to spend a lot of money, but you're eventually going to have to invest in you
Yep.
Just like you invest in that new dress and the new shoes for Friday night dance.
Come on
Some of
now.
y'all still doing that, going to buy a new outfit for Friday nights.
Yeah.
So if you investing in doing all these things, I'm going here and I'm gonna hang out over here, but you are the most important person in this scenario.
Yes.
And that dress
yes.
won't look
Yeah.
good if you ain't fit.
You
Come
know,
on.
Or you don't have on three
Okay,
pairs.
so
Right.
we're going to
One of the
lighten
two.
it up a little bit.
Hallelujah. Come on now.
Let's talk about the myths, the stuff. They say black people don't work out. But when I go to the gym, that's all I see.
Well, they're working out or taking pictures.
No. Okay, we're going to get to that too. We're going to get to that too. It's a lot of us that are concerned about their health, and they're in the gym working out. They say women shouldn't lift weights. That is a lie before Jesus. You know that's the myth.
I hold several state records with power.
Someone said, do you put your workouts on YouTube?
Yes, I do.
And she has an app.
And I have an app. Thank you, Carmen. That was my sister. I know
Yes.
it. Okay. Let's go back to that because I hold several state records in powerlifting. So no, and we don't walk around.
What's your max? Come on, tell them.
325. Deadlift.
And she not
over
even
50.
She barely 5 feet tall, y'all.
But one of the things they say that because they say women look hard. Now, from your standpoint, you see us, and we're not on the stage right now, so maybe we go to stage, we look different, right? But do you like a woman that lifts weights?
Hold on. Someone said, what's the app? They want to know so they can.
Oh, call 832-458-8600 and we can gladly get you ready.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So back
Yeah,
to
I want to ask you that seriously.
you know, when I see a woman that looks like she work out, it tells me a lot about her just by looking at her. Because it tells me like she's disciplined. She, she's disciplined about
Talk
what
to
she
them,
eats.
tell them they need to get a
She,
man.
you know, she knows what she wants, man. She's going out there to get it because the thing is, you know, this is a male dominated industry, and so when you see a woman in there getting it in, it's like oh wow, you know, she's really putting in the work instead of just like taking pictures and trying to be a YouTube model and, you know, doing the same old stuff, do the same booty exercises to get likes, you know, all that type of stuff. When you see somebody that's like real about it, you know, it's like, you know, that's a partner. You don't look at them as like somebody like, oh man, she's just another woman. You look at them as a partner. You look at somebody that has the same interests as you do. So,
Right.
yeah, that's-
I wondered about that.
Yeah.
I did. I wondered about that.
And I'll say this. Don't be discouraged. Okay, these the gurus, right? I'm the one that's still working hard. Okay? Just start
Still
somewhere.
working
Yeah,
hard.
just start somewhere.
Still
And
working hard.
I'll explain something to you.
Another goal.
If you're addicted to alcohol, you can hide that. If you're addicted to drugs, you can hide that. But
Right.
when you have a food addiction, normally if you're overweight, that's the first thing people think is that you overeat.
Right.
Here's the thing. I didn't overeat. I'm a hairstylist. So sometimes I would go all day and be like, oh dang, I didn't eat. And then when you starve your body, you make a bad
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
where they're talking about the balanced diet. And the
Right.
older you get, that becomes your enemy.
Yeah.
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 Making a
That's true.
bad choice,
That's true.
grabbing a bag of chips,
Yeah.
and that could have been the only thing I ate that day.
Right.
You have to say, I'm sick and tired
Yeah.
of being sick and tired. I want to live. I want a healthy life. I want to put on something. I remember you said this. It used to take me a week to figure out what I was going to wear
Baby,
when I
that's
went
why I
out.
had
I
to
was
lose
gonna-
some weight.
yeah, I was gonna
That's
say
that
something
right
about
there.
that.
That's it right
You
there.
know, I used to spend a lot of money on clothes. You know, just to try to look good. You know, wearing big clothes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like now I can go to Target and buy me a V-neck. And,
Yeah.
you know, and buy some jeans, and I look better than I did when I had
Come
all
on
those
now.
clothes on.
That was a
Bill,
hard-
don't nobody care
You know
about
what?
your shopping at Target.
And Mika, you are so right because for me, when you knew you had an event on Saturday and it's Monday and you trying to find something to put on, that used to break my heart.
Yeah.
Although I thought it was cute back then, I realized I really wasn't.
Because-
That's a whole nother show.
I said, Snoopy was like, oh, you wearing that? And I said, no, my clothes in the bag, like that. So then I went in the bathroom and I put my clothes on. She was like, oh, that's cute. Where'd you get that from? I said, Target. Because,
Yeah.
and I'm nowhere near where I want to be, but I'm better than where I once was. And now I can go in Target and pick up something off the rack,
Oh,
and I
fly.
don't have
Yeah.
to try it on. And when I get home, I'm happy how I look in it. I got work to do. I'm not saying I've arrived and I've made it. And you know, there's still some little insecurities, but let me explain something. My self-esteem was high when I was real big. So you have to start within
Right.
here.
That's
If
right.
you're not happy where you are now, even when all the weight is gone, even when you're at your most fit, if you don't fix the brokenness, then you're gonna end up right back where you were.
That's
Because
right.
the brokenness. Are you talking about the house?
No. Someone says, what are some good exercises when you have an ankle injury and you want to work back into the gym? You want to work your way back, but your ankle.
And stand up.
You know, we have to really be careful, and this is on a serious note, of giving
Advice on that.
on that, because we have not sat with you, you know, neither we haven't sat with you, we haven't watched the rest of your workout, we don't know how strong you are in other areas, and so if you're in the Houston, come see me at the Women's Health and Fitness Center. If not, where are you training at?
Yeah, you email me. I'm a Labrada coach, so you know.
There you go.
Yeah, so.
You have to find somebody that's going to be able to work with
They
you.
want to know what a LeBron coach is, and they want your information.
Is it like a dance
Your
team?
information.
Well, no, it's we're starting a program with with my mentor Keith Klein and Lee Labrada, who's a bodybuilder. He has supplements, and it starts Monday, where we kind of like teach people about food. It's a 16-week program. We teach people about food, how to eat, how to prep, and do all that stuff. And it's it's like a discount right now. And
But just give them your email or something so they can contact
well,
you.
you just hit me on Facebook, Billy Mayfield on Facebook. I'll pop up. So,
And he's on the ground.
yeah, I'm on the ground.
Billy Muscle Mayfield.
Now,
Take the load off coaching on
Right.
Instagram.
I'm going to say listen to your body.
Yeah.
Because if the signs of what the old people used to call it, the pressure,
Yeah.
high blood pressure. Why do old people do that?
The sugar diabetes.
Baby, is you diabetical? Or why do they call it
Do
the
you
gout?
got the sugar? You got the sugar?
You got the pressure. I mean, it's high blood pressure. But I'm like, the gout. You diabetical. You got that cancer, don't you? I mean, everything is the something.
Someone said, what are, and this is just your personal opinion. This is,
Okay.
well, so we just want to clarify that these are all your personal opinions, things that you've dealt with.
And go see a doctor.
Right. What are some of your favorite vitamins? So brands of vitamins that you cheap. Well then, okay.
I mean, seriously,
But I got
She's back.
Sorry, we lost our feed and around the battery died. But that's just things that happen. But we were talking about the way old people discuss, ailments of the body to get into a more serious subject, because you got to listen to your body. You got to know the signs of high blood pressure, signs of a stroke, and a lot of things you eat cause cancer. Things black people deal with, high blood pressure, diabetes, the gout, kidney disease, cancer.
The gout, yeah.
They call it the gout. I don't know why old people call it the gout, Hoopy. I don't know why. But we really just want to be here to help you.
Yes.
We really, because somebody helped me. Sometimes you have to dig deep and be like, you got to find your way out. When you was battling drug addiction, you was at your lowest low, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have to be like, is this how, okay, being overweight all my life, it was like a personal penitentiary. No matter how small I became, it was like always a personal penitentiary. And I would tell anybody, losing the weight is hard. Keeping it off is even harder.
Yes.
It's a day. It's a lifestyle. You can't get it off quick. I have nothing against weight loss surgery. Some people need that, but that don't make it easy, because now you got to do the work. Because it's no permanent fix, and you have to figure what works for you. What works for you don't work for me. What works for me not gonna work for him. What works for him don't work for them. We want to pray with you and for you because we know it's hard.
Yes.
It's a daily routine. It's getting up with a made up mind.
That's true.
It's a made up mind. Am I going to eat the cookies today, or if I'm going to make a healthy choice? It's a made up mind if I'm gonna move around today or I'm just gonna lay in the bed today. Fix inside, and I promise, if you just attempt, God will help you do the rest.
Yes.
God will help you do the rest. I haven't made it where I want to go, but I'm nowhere to where I've been. I told my girlfriends last year, I said, I was proud to be in my two-piece bathing suit, but I was still insecure. My sister's like, you can take that shirt off, that cover up. But I wasn't ready. But this year, I'm going to be ready.
It's a conscious decision.
Because it's like, I'm competitive with me.
Right, that's right. That's good.
You don't be competitive with anybody
That's right.
else. Be competitive with yourself.
Yes.
You can't be nobody else. Everybody else is taken.
So someone when you weigh in, should you take off your wig and all your clothes?
Nickel, let me tell you.
You better socks and shoes.
When I am on the scale, which I don't do the numbers game, but I'm a bucket naked. And when I take my braids down, I'm happy because that's my true weight.
Do you, boo?
So you want to get down to the skin and
And I'm coming out dancing, and Tina be like, "Oh God, we have to see all that." I'm smacking it.
Do you? What works for you?
Yeah. So if you need a membership, tell them where the Women's Health and Fitness Center is located.
We are located in the Stafford area at 13645 Murphy Road, Suite 227. The Women's Health and Fitness Center. We are near the Stafford Civic Center, right in the same strip with Pennywise. And we'd love to have you to just come out and hang out with us. And just no strings attached. If you need to just find a place to hang out, just come on down. And for all of Mimi's viewers that are women, you get a free week's membership.
Come on now, because I don't get a free one and I'm related.
All you have to do is come in here and tell me what my shirt says. What does and Kay's shirt? What does Kay's jacket
you
say?
may want to show the people because they can't see.
If you can
There you
tell
say.
me what this says, you get a free week membership of personal training. Kay is also a trainer. So Kay, myself will be training you. So come on down. We'd love to have you.
She has a clothing, she has apparel.
Yes.
You got it, she needs it. Bill,
We have a store.
you soliciting anything? You soliciting yours already.
You already did mine.
But tell them again. They want to know because you know you
Tell
got
them again.
I'll put it in there. You know, I'm a coach with Leela Brada's Lean Body program. Like I said, it's a 16-week program. Teach you everything about prepping and, you know, learning about food. I know for me, like my mentor, he was my nutritionist, but now he's my mentor, Keith Klein. You know, I've been dealing with him for like 15 years. And it was one point he was about to fire me. He was like, "Man, Billy, I can't see you no more because you're not doing what you're supposed to do." And
Ooh, that's okay.
you know, and
That was good.
Yeah, and I stopped going. You know, I stopped going to him for a while. But then when the doctor told me all the stuff I had going on, I went back. I said, "I'm ready this time."
Wow.
I haven't looked back since. So
That's
Bill,
That's
share
good.
with the people what you
good.
shared with me when I called you and asked you to be on the show. What did the doctor tell you?
oh, then I probably wouldn't live to see 50.
He said if he didn't get it together, the doctor told him he would be dead at 50.
Yeah, and you know what's
That's
so
a big
crazy?
pill to swallow.
Just like we was talking about earlier, my cousin that same year, 48 years old, died.
Come on
Just,
now.
of a heart attack.
Really, Lord.
So,
Keep me around.
yeah, so
How old are you?
42. Yeah.
And he looks very nice.
Yes,
The
he
people in TV land. You do. I commend you for that.
Thank
I commend you for
Yeah.
that.
Okay, you got anything to solicit? Because I just
I
solicited
just like to for everyone to be healthy on the inside. You hit the nail on the head because that was a big thing for me. Because it's gonna come from the inside out. So you can lose all the weight that you want to lose, be fine as wine, and still think you need to cover up. Still think you're not as good as the next person. So I really suggest finding out what's on the inside, what is really bothering you that may be causing you to hold on to the weight. Then you start from there and the weight will start shedding.
So would you guys recommend a therapist
I was
while
just
you
gonna
go
say
through
that.
the journey? That way you can kind of shed the
mental weight.
mental weight.
Yeah, I've been seeing the same lady, Nettie Jones, for quite a while. And she is actually one of my clients, and she's our resident therapist here. Because we find out that there's something going on. And if you just have somebody to talk to. So Nettie will be doing first Tuesdays with Nettie here at the Women's Health and Fitness Center. So come on, we're doing a real talk, real issues with women. And again, we're just not a gym, we're a home. So we take care of our mind, body, and our spirit here. So we're not gonna let you fail. Come on over.
So work on your inside, and then the rest will follow.
Good.
Anything else I want to say? Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah.
Thank you. You can follow me on Instagram, MissMeMSMEE39. You can follow me on YouTube. If you missed the show on Facebook, or if you know somebody that really doesn't do Facebook, I always upload it at night to my YouTube, and that's Miss Mimi Coleman. Miss Mimi is one word, MSMEME Coleman, COLEMAN. And I have a lot of other outlets, but if you're on Facebook and you go to my homepage, all my stuff is there. My Twitter, my Instagram, my YouTube. And if you have any topics that you want to discuss, because next week we're going to really talk about a serious topic. I know we joke a lot and we play a lot, but as a young black woman who's had a few failed relationships, it'll be all right. Who's had a few failed relationships, coming from a single parent home with a father who wasn't quite there for us, we made some really bad choices. And sometimes the things that we see as kids, we take that into our adulthood and in our choices. So next week we're going to be talking about the parent exchange. Like, why do we make the choices that we make? So we're going to talk about single parent households, divorced households, step parents, and two parent households, and how that, molds us into the adults that we are. Because sometimes we grow up, but our inner child does not. And so we're going to try to get our inner child healed. The choices that we make with money, the choices that we make in relationships, the choices that we make with eating, just the choices that we make, sometimes they stem from how we grew up. I saw love in my grandparents. I'm going to save that for the show, but I really want you guys to tune in next week. It's going to be a lot of us, and we all come from different backgrounds, so we can try to save our community, because black people as a whole, we need each other. Yes. Minorities, we need each other. Not just black, brown, yellow. We need each other, and our homes are broken. And they're broken because that's what they tell us, the black man and the black woman, they're not together anymore. So I really want to help y'all next week, and I want to help myself. So please don't forget to tune in. Remember to laugh. Remember to love. Remember to be the light, and always bear good fruit. God bless.